Ever since we started, these two have had a problem with each other. DevvyHales will get her rematch for the women's title at our first premium live event, but first, they had a score to settle. Both the Goddess of Hyrule and DevvyHales found tag team partners and were willing to throw down in a 6-man elimination tag team match in our Week 4 main event here at the Playground. Yes, suffer in silence, Grizz. I have to do all the predictions. Oh, here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Boom Squad making their way down.
The following contest is an elimination match. On the way to the ring, the Boom Squad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a new prediction has now gone up. Who will win, the Boom Squad or the Anarchists? This trio here set to take action against Devi's rival, the Goddess of Hyrule. This trio working together offline here, really seeming to gel lately over the past couple weeks. When Devi found out that Hyrule had a faction, she immediately turned to two of her closest friends. She said, "Hey, I need you guys," and they didn't hesitate to join. They said, "Whatever you need, we got your back." And now they look to settle the score here tonight against Hyrule and the Anarchists. I see why they're the Boom Squad.
And their opponents, the Anarchists.
Oh, there she is with the Women's Championship around her waist. The Goddess of Hyrule flanked by Clever on her right and Sophie Kazarian on her left, and one of the newest members to the Playground. Hyrule, immediately feeling like she needed to have an army behind her, went out and found some friends to back her up through this ordeal while she carries this title. But the question remains, will they be loyal to her after this clash with Devi? At what point do Clever and Sophie decide they want a shot at the title gold and they feel they need to take on Hyrule? The Anarchists making their way down to the ring. All in on Bakes and Bill. What's up, Mr. Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
You lost your match earlier, by the way. Sorry. You were kind of in an impromptu match. So you kind of lost. Sorry, bud. Put up a hell of a fight, though, I'll tell you that. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what a match we're about to see. And look who's about to start it off. DevvyHales versus Hyrule, set to get things going here. Oh, and Hyrule with a big shoulder charge. And again, Hyrule knows if she can keep Devi off of her feet, she might be able to keep the momentum on their side. And a quick tag to Clever Snickers. Hyrule making her way out of the ring. And Clever off the middle rope with a high-flying body press. Immediately goes for the pin. One. Oh, and Devi kicks out immediately. Our inaugural first ever women's champion here at the Playground. Got a lot more fight in her left than that. And a big clothesline to Clever Snickers. Oh, big slamming her head into the mat. Go off the rope, trying to take a little shot at Hyrule there. Again, trying to take one. Sophie throwing a punch, but Devi hits the double leg drop on Clever. And just rubbing her face right into the mat now. Main event just started. Welcome in, Goddess of Hyrule. Your faction is the Anarchists. You have Clever and Sophie. You are taking on Devi, Bakesy, and Bill. And again, Clever with the high-flying body press, looking for a quick pin on Devi. Devi needs to make a tag here as Clever tags Hyrule back into the matchup. Devi working her way to the outside. Oh! Hyrule looking for a shot there on Bakesy as Sophie was looking for a shot on Devi. And Debbie takes out Sophie. Bakesy reverses it on Hyrule, but Hyrule with a drop kick. Hyrule with a drop kick to Bakesy and a stunner or a cutter to Bill Murray. And Debbie finds herself suddenly potentially surrounded by Hyrule. Oh, big over-the-shoulder toss to Hyrule on the outside. Debbie trying to bide herself some time. Oh, big kick right to the midsection, and Hyrule rolls Debbie to the floor. Big drop kick right to the side of the head. Debbie needs to make a tag here. She's got to get out of the ring, and Clever, I don't think Clever's going to let her. Oh, Clever with a big kick right to the back. Debbie to her feet, though. Oh, and again, Clever reverses. Big shot to the head. Clever throws Debbie into the corner. Big elbow to the former women's champion. The Anarchists making quick work. Sophie yet to step in the ring. Debbie taking the brunt of the damage as Hyrule and Clever continue to trade off quick tags here in succession. Hyrule goes high and low, and then a quick ankle takedown by Hyrule and just walking across the back of DevvyHales. But Debbie back to her feet, blocks the punches. Oh, but she didn't block that one and gets taken to the floor by Hyrule. And now Debbie finally, twisting ankle reverse. Debbie needs to make a tag but doesn't. Debbie with this score to settle, perhaps not thinking overall what her team needs. Unsure why she doesn't want to get out of the ring just yet. But she needs a fresh set of legs in this matchup. Otherwise, oh, Debbie kicks out again at 1. Sophie trying to send Bakesy. Bakesy break to the back. And Debbie with a big clothesline. It buys enough time. Will Debbie be able to get tag out now? And Debbie makes a tag to Bill, finally getting herself out of the ring. And Bill Murray going right for Hyrule. Neckbreaker. I wouldn't say ass kick, Misfit. I think you put up a great performance. You got a little outplayed. That's all. You're a rookie. It's your experience. You're learning with every loss. That's what matters. Oh, Bill going for the smart. Debbie with a punch over the top rope. Lovely job. And now Bill going for the crippler crossface, it looks like, on Bill Murray. And Sophie gets into the ring. Bill and Debbie both going for Sophie. Debbie stuck in the ring as Bill proceeds to just lay the beat down on Hyrule. Now Hyrule finding herself the one cut off. Oh, running, jumping neckbreaker by Bill Murray. And now Bill's going to make the tag to Bakes. Bakes in the ring. And Bakes just looking to get some shots in here to help out her good friend Debbie. Get some shots in on the women's champion. Oh, Hyrule gets the takedown. Oh, and just strings Bakesy right up against the bottom rope. And now just stomping on the way on the chest of Bakesy. Oh, big shots there by Bill and Debbie. And Hyrule sent to the ropes. Bakes goes low. And a big hip toss by Bakesy. Goes for the pin. Oh, and broken up by Clever. Debbie looking for Clever. Is she going to get an attack in here? No, she's not. Hyrule with the reversal, able to slam Bakesy's head into the mat. Oh, Bakesy just lifting Hyrule up overhead and throwing her to the floor with that wrist lock. Bakesy tossing Hyrule right in front of her teammates. 1, 2. Oh, Hyrule kicking out. And other members of the Anarchists cautiously not stepping into that ring. Hyrule looking for some sort of tag. Bakesy just gloating right in front of Sophie. And now a big shot to Clever. And there's a cheap shot by Sophie. Oh, and a cheap shot by Hyrule. Bakesy finding herself trapped. Clever with a stretch, abdominal stretch here on Bakes. Bakesy with a hip toss. Hyrule for some reason stepping into the ring. Bill tagged back in. Devi still recovering. Oh, Bill, big shot. Big shot to Clever. Big shot to the midsection. Sent into the ropes. But Bill not able to get the hold. Oh, running crossbody there to Clever. Clever rolling to the outside. Bill to the top. What's she going to do here? Off the top with a drop kick to Clever. Oh, my goodness. Oh, big slap. Big chop right by Clever. Now an underhook suplex. Oh, beautiful. On the outside, and Bill writhing in pain as her back meets the concrete. Bill again, now waiting for Clever this time. Clever sends it back in, but Bill waiting, and Clever sent into the referee. Bill, twisting neckbreaker. Beautiful work there by Bill Murray. And now fisherman suplex. She gonna hold the pin? No, she's not. Bill still looking. Oh, and Clever makes the tag right to Sophie. First time we see Sophie in this matchup. Debbie was looking for a shot on Sophie there. Didn't get it. Sophie with the running crossbody spear almost into the ropes. And Bill with the running bulldog right to the center of the ring. Beautifully done. Textbook and a crossbody. Nice job, Bill. Turning the tide now. Bill making her way to the corner and tags Bakes back into the matchup. Oh my God, Sophie off the rope with the stunner. Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup does have a 20-minute time limit. I did forget to mention that. And now Sophie with the face breaker. She's waiting. Big knee right to the head of Bakesy. One. No, Bakes kicks out at one. Sophie tagging in Hyrule. What's Bakes going to do now? Oh, Bakes possibly looking for the chokeslam there, but Hyrule reverts into a DDT. Is Hyrule going to get the pin? No, Bakes kicks out at two. Woo! Oh, Hyrule going for a knee drop there. Misses Bakesy. Bakesy going low. Bakesy again with that big hip toss, slamming Hyrule right into the mat. And Hyrule desperately finding her way to the apron. Bakesy now, what's she going to do here? Big shot right to the head. Hyrule's struggling to hold on, but reverses that punch. And Bakesy meets her with two more, three more. The big shoulder slam by Bakesy to the champion. Uh-oh. Bakesy. Choke slam! Bakesy goes for the pin. But Clever breaks it up. Hyrule trying to recover in the center of the ring after just absolutely eating that choke slam. And now Bakesy working the knee. Bakes dragging the women's champion over to the corner. You're going to get a little double team action here. Bill and Bakes on Hyrule. Big toss sending Hyrule up and over. Hyrule rolling to the outside. Bill to the top rope. Calling her to her feet, it looks like. And Bill again with a drop kick on the outside. The Boom Squad just taking it right to the women's champion. And Bill now, big drop kick to Sophie. That seemed personal. And Debbie back in the ring. After some time now, Hyrule. Debbie through the middle rope and finds Hyrule. Laying her out on the floor. Going for a leg drop and misses. Hyrule rolls out of the way. And lands another punch. Hyrule with a Russian leg sweep and throwing haymakers right to the jaw. Hyrule sends Debbie back into the ring. We have not seen an elimination yet. We have 14 minutes left to go in this matchup. Debbie sending again, isolating the women's champion and sending her over to the corner. Bill and Debbie. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Super backdrop by Bill and Bill and Debbie. Now Bill with a cutter to Clever on the outside. Hyrule trying to fight her way out of Bakesy. Throws Bakesy into the ring. This is absolute mayhem going on here, folks. Hyrule sent to the outside yet again. Debbie looking for Sophie. Big shot right to the jaw on Sophie. Oh, and again, another one. Debbie just trying to tee up the other members of this anarchist tag team before getting Hyrule all to herself. Debbie, she's done it. What could happen here? Oh, but Hyrule with a big clothesline. Is Debbie going to be able to get to her feet before Sophie or Clever are ready and get the pin on Hyrule? It does not look like it, but we are getting near to that time, folks. We have 12 minutes left in this matchup. And a big DDT there by Hyrule. Broken up by Bakesy. Bakesy picks Sophie up and a big slam to Sophie. Sophie rolls her way out of the ring. Oh, God, Hyrule with a big slap. Catches Debbie off guard. Oh, Debbie diving, makes the tag right to Bakes. She said, give me a research flare, bro, and send me back. And Bakesy has Hyrule. Tombstone! One. Oh, and Clever Snickers breaks it up. Debbie, trying to go for Clever, but Bakesy says, I got this one, and gives her 2 shots right to the back. Hyrule is still the legal person in this match, and Bill now focusing on Sophie. Sophie stunned to the outside. Clever throwing a shot from inside the ring. Or from outside the ring. Clever toss to the outside. Bill on the outside. Bill, cutter on the rope, joins Sophie on the floor. Hyrule looking for Debbie or Bakesy now. Is she going to try to soften up the challengers? With Bill looking for a fisherman suplex. Hyrule reverses with the Northern Lights. Hyrule absolutely in need of making a tag here. She seems to be dragging Bill to the corner. Can she finally make a tag here? And it looks like no, Bill's going to stop her from doing so, but Sophie there with a cheap shot right to the back of the head. Oh, and Bill gets a neck breaker for her troubles, and Clever Snickers finally tagged into the matchup. Holy hell, Hyrule finally getting out of this matchup as Bill hits the spinning neck breaker. Oh, Clever kicking out at 2. 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes left. Bakesy entering the match yet again. Bill tagging out. Clever. Oh, big knee by Clever, and Clever going for the pinfall. But Bill there to break it up. Oh, Clever gets the shot. Bill trying to make something happen, but not able to. The referee begins to count. Bill leaves the ring. Big clothesline by Clever Snickers. Clever now making her way to the corner. Who's she going to tag? She's going to tag Sophie back into this matchup, and Bakesy awaiting their new opponent. Bakesy sending Sophie into the ropes. Big twisting power slam by Bakesy. Now Bakesy heads to make a tag to Bill. Quick tags trying to keep each other fresh. Oh, big step up enziguri there by Sophie. And a DDT to follow. Sophie walking around the ring, unsure what she wants her next move to be. Up over the top. Leaves Bill laid out on the mat. And now Sophie sizing her up. Big jumping face breaker. She goes for the pin. And Debbie there to break it up at 1. Standing moonsault by Sophie on the Bill Murray. And now Sophie making her way over to the tag. Clever into the ring now for the Anarchists. 9 minutes remaining in this matchup. Clever hits a frog splash, goes for the pin, but Bakesy there to break it up before the ref can even say one. Hyrule sends Bakesy over the top rope to the outside. Bakesy's stunned. And Clever now has Bill in an arm lock, but Bill battling her way out. Bill with an arm lock of her own into a neck breaker. And Clever's laid out on the floor. Bill putting Clever on the ropes. What's she gonna do here? Oh my God, it twists her right off the top ropes. Bill goes for the cover. But there's Sophie to break it up. 8 minutes remaining and nobody has been eliminated just yet. Debbie sends Sophie to the outside. Sophie is stunned. Clever with an uppercut on Bill. Goes for a quick pin, but Bakesy there to break it up yet again. And Hyrule tag back in the match. Debbie just continuing to beat on Sophie on the outside. Bill looking for Hyrule, but the women's champ dodges punch right to the head. Hyrule goes for a pin and Bakesy yet again breaks it up. 7.5 minutes. Oh, and Debbie drops Sophie right on the floor. There's absolute mayhem going on out there. Bill reverses. Drags Hyrule to the corner. Tags Bakes. We're going to see a little tag team action. Bakesy to the top. Hammer fist right on the wrist of Hyrule. Oh, Hyrule. Big DDT on Bakesy. In the center of the ring, able to reverse it. And Bakesy gets eliminated first. Oh no. The women's champ able to eliminate Bakesy. It looks like Clever took out Debbie on the side of the ring. Wasn't able to get in, and Bill was trying to recover from her bout in the ring. Hyrule now dragging Bill around the matchup. There's something crazy going on the outside. Somebody down, somebody stunned. Not sure who it is. It seems to be Clever. Debbie making her way back over to her corner. And Sophie is on her, though, with a jumping leg drop, stunning Debbie on the outside. And Bill with a running neck breaker. I don't know if Sophie saw it. Bill again with that neck breaker. Sophie continuing to do a beatdown on Debbie. Bill going to the top rope, though. Bill had a moment. I don't know if Bill's going to be able to capitalize on this. And a neck breaker to Hyrule in the center of the ring. Debbie on the outside, unable to get back to her feet just yet. And now Hyrule drags Bill. 5 minutes remaining. I believe at this point, the Anarchist would win the matchup. Oh, and slams Bill's face right into Clever's feet. Bill making her way to the ring, gets the tag to Debbie. Debbie, big shot on Clever. Bad angle slam, and Debbie goes for the pin. But Hyrule breaks it up at 1. Debbie looks like she tried to throw a shot there at Hyrule. Now stomped to the face, and Debbie going for a clothesline, but Hyrule reverses DDT to the #1 contender for the Women's Championship. Oh, Clever with a jumping knee. 4 minutes, just under 5 minutes left to go. Clever to the middle rope. Going for a drop kick, but missed and hit her head on the turnbuckle. And now Debbie trying to get Clever pointed towards her corner. Perhaps the 2, this might work better for them. A big, big punch there by DevvyHales. Debbie, big toss over the shoulder. Sends Clever right to the mat, and Debbie gloating right in front of Hyrule. Debbie not upset that they lost a man. She's still convinced that they can come out on top of this. Clever absolutely injured in the ring here, and Debbie makes her way to her corner, tags Bill Murray back into the matchup. Bill seemingly recovered. Bill going for a quick pin, but there's Hyrule. Hyrule able to get the pin. Oh my God, or able to break it up. Oh my God, but Bill with a big shot on Hyrule. And Bill now has Clever with a neck breaker. Hyrule might be stunned on the outside. Again, Bill pulling Clever to her feet. And then twisting neckbreaker again, right dead center in the ring. She goes for the pin, but Sophie in almost as soon as it happens. And breaks it up at 1. The Boom Squad can just not get a break right now. Trying everything they can to get the pinfall on Clever, except for taking out the other 2 opponents. 3 minutes remaining in the match. Can they tie? Debbie reversing the combo on Clever. Clever catching the boot. Debbie with an edge step up in Saguri. And now Debbie calling to the crowd. Clever trying to crawl away to the corner. Debbie still celebrating. Sends Clever into the rope. Oh, and a jumping drop kick. Single leg drop kick. Right to the face of Clever Snickers, and Debbie stomping away on her downed opponent. I don't think Debbie cares whether or not she wins. I think she just cares about inflicting as much pain as possible on the Anarchists after last week. Oh, and Debbie makes a big tag to Bill Murray. Now Bill, almost 2 minutes remaining in this matchup. Can they at least get one elimination here and make it a draw? Bill trying to stop Clever, showboating a little too much. Bill, Clever able to make a tag to Hyrule. The glitch in the game absolutely saving the fact that the Anarchists would have had a member stunned. Not sure what's going on there. Bill seemingly froze. Oh, big drop kick by Bill Murray. Minute 40 left in the matchup. Will they be able to get one pinfall? It's Bill and Debbie versus Hyrule, Clever, and Sophie. The Anarchist. Debbie goes for a big pump handle slam, but catches a punch to the back of the head instead. A minute 22 left in the match and a big backdrop by the women's champion. Hyrule now with that choke right on Debbie. 1 minute remaining. Hyrule DDT. Will this be it for the challenger? No. Bill saving as much as she can in the final seconds of this matchup. We are under a minute. It does not look promising for the Boom Squad. Debbie being held against the corner. A big kick to the gut there by Clever. Debbie. Oh, jumping sidekick on Clever. The Hyrule there to break it up. Debbie with a hip toss. 20 seconds. 15. Debbie frustrated, unable to know what to do to put them away. At this point, she just wants to hurt. She just wants to make it hurt. But instead catches a Northern Lights suplex. Debbie fighting her way out of it in the final seconds, but the match ends in a draw. Even though the Anarchists get the one elimination on Bakesy, the match will end in a draw. Tune in live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern over on Twitch to watch our Wrestling Communiverse go live. And if you can't make it live, then Superman punch that subscribe button so you don't miss a moment of the action when it gets uploaded to YouTube. Until next week, I'm your host, Slade Scarata. Welcome to the playground.